Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's Jay Larone Presents, where we talk about the facts, foolishness, and black female fuckery. Today's video, we're going to be looking at Tia Mowry. Looks like she's trying to get back with Cory Hardrict. Over the holidays for Thanksgiving, they were, they did the family thing, right? So Cory came by and, spent Thanksgiving with his family. And in a post that Tia Mowry did on Instagram, she posted, something to a picture. They all took a family picture, and Tia Mowry posted something to the fact that they're going to be all right, or they go be all right, or something like that, right? So looks like Tia Mowry is trying to get back with Cory. I don't know if Cory's going to take her back because of everything that she's done to embarrass him, and that she's graduated from marriage, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at O'Shea Duke Jackson, where he talks about it. And, we're just going to go ahead and listen to that. And again, fair use, fair use.
2 weeks ago, US Weekly interviewed Tia Mowry by Zoom. And in this interview, there was a question asked about her love life and how hard it was, or easy it was, for her to recover from her divorce from Cory Hardrict. And as you can guess, it has not been easy for Tia Mowry. We've seen her make several rants about it. We've heard her talk about it on Twitter. We've heard her talk about the lack of men that are willing to court women in today's market.
Last relationship, when dating was, when I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer, present, meaning like people just don't court each other anymore. And this person was like, well, that's old news. Like people just don't do that anymore. There's just this whole new way of doing things. And I'm like, you mentioned tradition, and I think that's where it kind of needs to go back to, where, a man is, courting a woman and showing her, how much he appreciates her.
That hasn't stopped Tia Mowry from empowering other women to put themselves first. Because again, focusing on themselves is what really matters.
I had actually, lost my grandmother. We had lost Elena Housley, and both of them at the same time. There was just an aha moment in me where I said, you know what? You need to tap in, see what's really going on with your happiness. Life is short. Let's go. Let's start working on you and really focusing on what really, really matters here, which is, at the end of the day, your peace, your joy, and your happiness.
And don't get me wrong, focusing on yourself is very important. I would tell any man or woman to consider that. The issue is when people focus on themselves so much, they forget to add value to the opposite sex. And this is what Tia Mowry has found out. You see, when she met Cory Hardrict, he was not doing as well as her. She brought him into the industry. And even though they started doing very well, she felt like at a point she was putting more energy into the relationship than she was putting into herself. And so what happened to her? She wanted to leave him. He tried to stick around and beg her not to, but she left him. And so, fast forward, Dima. Now we're at Thanksgiving, and this is where it gets interesting. Because Tia Mowry, who's recently been hanging out with Gabrielle Union, for whatever reason, she takes this particular photo. And if we go to the particular Instagram page of Tia Mowry, we see her and Cory Hardrict with the family. And she puts as a caption, "We gonna be all right." Now, what does that mean?
We gonna be all right.
Well, before we get into that, I want to talk about something else. And that was a compilation video series that I came across where you saw women who were married to some man and they divorced that man and the man moves on. These women typically have a very hard time getting over it. Let's play that clip and come back.
So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me. So he invited me to go on a trip with him and the girls, and I said yes. He bought this big boat for his business, and so we went and got on this boat. But I said yes because I didn't want, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether I should go or not. Like, I don't want him to think something. And but then my daughter said, well, he's not going to ask you again, so you should come. And I don't know why she said that, but I do now. So I went. And then when I was there, I found out, because he kept texting, and I just was like, what's going on? And anyway, I found out through some very horrific texts, my fault, that not only was he having a relationship, but they're totally involved in saying, I love you and blah, blah, blah. And I had this physical trauma. Like, I went off the rails. It was terrible. And I was physically ill.
Now, guys,
too. So
Okay, and what I wanted to point across on that is I want to come in and talk about that, where a lot of times you can be with a woman and you guys will separate, and even though they might be in a relationship, when you get into a relationship, it becomes an issue, right? It seems like women they become jealous when you find another woman, even though they might be with another man, right? A lot of times they don't want to see you with somebody else. And I think in Tia's case, she really don't want to see Cory with somebody else, so now she's trying to, inch her way back in, right? So, but yeah, so it seems that's what it seems like. But hold tight, let's go ahead and listen to O'Shea cook a little bit more.
guys, let's consider this. When Tia Mowry was on that podcast, she even mentioned that she was in a good relationship with Cory Hardrict, but she left that relationship and she got into a sea of the dating world that didn't take her seriously. You want to know why? Because firstly, if you're really trying to date somebody, no man wants you to be going to see your ex-husband for Thanksgiving or Christmas, which is what she's going to do. She spent last Thanksgiving with Cory Hardrict and last Christmas, I believe, with Cory Hardrict. So you gotta just believe that no man in his right mind will take on a relationship like that. Like, most real men will want you to be with him, not accepting whatever she wants to give. And that has been the problem. Tia Mowry doesn't want to give out anything that a man that she would like outside of Cory Hardrict is willing to accept. She wants to give the bare minimum. And this is probably why she's interested in getting back with Cory Hardrict now, according to that status. And the real reason is nobody is invested in her like Cory Hardrict is. And I'm not trying to put down women with kids or anything like that. But if you have a man that you were married to and you have kids by that man, it only makes sense that that man is going to be more invested into you than a man that you just started dating off the street that doesn't have any children and you have children. It's just going to be a process for that man to find that sort of value in you. But the fact of the matter is, Tia Mowry has Cory Hardrict, or she probably would like to get back with him. And the reason why is because if she doesn't, he'll easily get back with somebody else, or he'll get with somebody else. She understands that. And secondarily, what she's looking for in the market, she can't attract. And this is something that a lot of people don't really understand. You know, it's one thing to want something and to desire something. It's something else to get it. Like, there are some people who want to get paid $1 million an hour to do their job. And if you could get it, I think it's great that you can get $1 million an hour. But the reality is, you probably can't get $1 million an hour, right? Because you're probably not worth it. It doesn't mean that you won't get it one day, but you're probably not going to get it today because what you do is not worth $1 million an hour.
But yeah, excuse me. But yeah, like I said, it's like I said before, man. A lot of it's because Tia knows that Cory can qualify for anybody, right? It won't take him long to find somebody, and like I said, she don't want that situation to happen to where Cory's involved with another woman and she doesn't have anybody. So, you guys, let me know what you think about the video. Do you think that Cory's going to get back with Tia? You know, because like I said, she treated him like dirt, man. She was, you know, all over the internet saying that she graduated from marriage, just basically dogging him out every chance she got. So drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. It's your boy Jay Larone. Please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life. Whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?